What is going on, Poke community? It is Poke Collector NYC here, back at it again. Happy Friday to everyone on the channel who's watching today. Today's actually going to be something a little bit more interesting. It is actually not an opening. I've been getting a couple questions of people saying, what Charizards are in your collection? So I figured I'd pull all the Charizards in my collection so we can just talk about a couple of them, just to show you which ones are my rarest, which ones do I have. I mean, there are a number of Charizards that have been printed in different collection sets. So I figured we'll just take a deep dive into some of the ones I have, which are the more rare ones, which are my favorite ones, and we'll just get into it. Thanks so much, everybody, for coming onto the channel. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you're here every single time we post a video. I post a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. All right, so that being said, let's start off with actually this first one right here, which is a Japanese Charizard and Reshiram GX tag team card, which I got out of the Tag Team All-Stars booster set. So this is a pretty cool looking one. It's actually one of my only Japanese ones that I have in the collection. The only other one that I do have is the one I got from TCA, sorry. The other fellow YouTuber who had given me a Charizard out of this, which is in a PSA Mint 10. Well, actually, this is not the Japanese version, but however, it is one that is a PSA 10-1 equivalent in the English version. This is actually coming out of the World Champions 2019. So this is one of my very few PSA 10-1s. So just to show you quickly on that one, how cool that one looks. But really, those are my only tag team cards. Another Charizard that's pretty awesome is actually the obvious one from Detective Pikachu. That one I think everybody has, so I think that's pretty awesome. Sorry, I keep burping here, but this one is a cool one to have in here. I did get this out of the, this is a promo, so I did get this one of the GX promo boxes. So there is that one that we have there. I believe the other promos that we have is actually, here's one that comes out of, I believe, the tin from if I got that right, 2014. So this is an older tin, which is pretty cool, but that I do have this EX in my collection just because it is one of the older ones in there. I did buy a couple of the tins last year. It was actually on sale at Target. So there is one of those. Let's get into actually my only other one of this one, of the Charizard. I forget which set this comes in, but it's from 2018. I actually think this is one of the ones that were of value of this set, which is pretty cool. So I love this Charizard just because it's only 2 years old, so it's actually a pretty cool one to have in there. It's not a GX or an EX, it's just more of a holo. We can go into the Burning Shadows one that I did get, which is this one. I don't have the full art version, but I do have this one in the collection, which is pretty nice. So standard GX right there, which I thoroughly love the whole Burning Shadows line, so we'll actually get into those in a little bit. The promo from Hidden Fates Charizard tin, which is absolutely gorgeous. I do have a few of these, but I'm just showing you one that I have with the Zard collection binder that we'll be showing you probably later on in the channel as we continue to collect more of the Charizards. So there's some variety of the Hidden Fates. Here's actually the other Hidden Fates one, the one that you could actually pull, which is nice. Fire Blitz, which is also this if you didn't notice, is actually the same exact move sets from the promo and the Charizard that you do get to pull in here. That isn't a shiny Charizard. So that is a good one to get. Let's get into, a couple of other EXs. Let's go into evolutions actually real quick. So we have the standard EX coming out of evolutions here. I like evolutions because it also comes with a couple of other versions of Charizard. I think this one and another EX set or X and Y set comes with a number of Charizards in it. So these are cool to have. I have about one or two. I think I have 2 or 3 of these actually. And then you have the Mega Charizard to come out of that as well in Evolutions. I think Mega Evolution, the full art version of this is actually gorgeous, which I'll show you in a minute what that will look like. But this is definitely ones that I love having in the collection, just to have 2 of them. I don't know why I like having 2 of those, but you know, it just I do. And here's that full art I was talking about. I love this one. I remember when I pulled this for the first time, I was actually extremely happy just to even have this one that comes in there. That EX version is gorgeous if you look at that foil right there. But let's go ahead and show you actually the in Evolutions. They come with the Charizard reprint, or like the basic, essentially the reprint of the base set. Obviously, it looks different from a moveset perspective, but I do have a number of these, including one reverse, which is amazing. I did open a number of Evolutions boxes back in the day. So just to give you a quick look at what these beautiful cards look like. I love having these in my collection because these are obviously the reprint, and I take great pride in actually having the fact that I do have a number of them. So here's a second look at these. I don't know which one I would say would look the best. Obviously, the reverse one is harder to get, so the fact that I have at least one of them in my collection is actually pretty amazing. And then I think it's just these 2 other ones. I don't know which one actually I think has the most perfect centering, if I'm being quite honest. But like if I look here, you know, not this one. Maybe this one actually. Between these 2, I'm not sure which one has the best centering. But these are my Charizards from Evolutions that are not graded. I did get one that was from Darium's. I did get a PSA 9 reverse rare Charizard out of that one, which is pretty awesome to see. So I definitely have that one as well. So here's some tag teams I'm going to show you next, which is going to be a promo is the tag team Charizard and Brexen. GX, I definitely got out of the tag team box, Generations tag team box, which I think is pretty cool. I love the tag team promos that come out of these because they are indeed very gorgeous. Like, for example, this one right here, this alternate art work from the promo from the Charizard and Reshiram GX box, which also gets you, sorry while I reach over, this cool looking figurine, which I do have here right next to me here in the small studio that I have. But this Charizard and Reshiram GX I do love to have in there. Let's show you 2 of the more older ones that I do have. This Charizard, which I believe is from, if I'm looking at 2013, so that is a little bit older. I believe this comes out of the black and white set, so that is a gorgeous one to have. I am considering getting a couple of these graded, but I just don't know when. And then here you go. Here's another Charizard from 2012, so this one's a little bit older. I forget which set this comes out of, but I like getting some of the older Charizards that come in. This is about 8 years old now, so if you have never seen them, you know, let me know you know, what your thoughts are on those. So let's go into some of the more rarer ones, but before we get into that, here's the Charizard V that comes out of the recent set, Darkness Ablaze. This one is obviously not as cool as the VMAX, but it's still a Zard nonetheless. Team Rocket, non-holographic Dark Charizard. I think you've seen me pull this one on the channel. I was thrilled to get this one just to add to the collection, so this is definitely something that I'm excited about to have on here. It's a non-holographic version, but it's vintage. It is from the 2099 era, so that one I'm loving. Let's get into some of the big heavy hitters that some have been opened on the channel and some haven't. I have a number of the Charizard VMAXs, which I am extremely pleased to have. I mean, statistically, it was like 1 out of like 500 booster packs that you could get these, and I was fortunate enough to get a couple of them. So these are those big boys right there. You know, let me know what your thoughts are on these guys, where they rate in terms of all the other ones that we've shown here on the channel, or at least in this video. But these are the ones that I am super excited to have in the collection. And let's get into some of the other ones. Here is the holographic version of the Dark Charizard that we just showed you. I did pull this on the channel during the 1,000-week celebration. Again, This one is actually one of my favorite ones to pull on, actually probably top 2 favorite pulls I've had on the channel, just because it was a random booster pack that I got. Hang on one second. Having this in the collection. Let me know what your thoughts on it are, but definitely one that I am pretty proud of getting. Alright, so we're down to the last 3 Charizards that are in my all-time collection. We're going to start off with the hyper rare Charizard from Burning Shadows. I have this in a different case. If you don't know where if you're interested in getting these cases, there's going to be a link below, just because these are a little bit more of a harder one, a harder case, but definitely one that fits these perfectly, and I love having this kind of on a display. But this hyper rare Charizard, I actually pulled this a couple months before I started the channel, and obviously this one I was excited about. I did have a booster box that I opened and was trying to complete the set, and I got this out of it, which I am just beyond thrilled of having this in the collection. This is definitely one that is a top 3 one in my collection, but not ones I pulled on the channel, where the Dark Charizard is a top 2 that I pulled on the channel. So that is what this Charizard looks like. If you're all interested to see what that looks like, I know that some people are still chasing this card. I'm actually just missing the full art, I believe. So that is actually going to go here real quick. And here's another one I didn't pull on the channel, but it is one in the collection. That's right. It is the shiny Charizard from Hidden Fates. Obviously, there's a new shiny variant coming out in Champion's Path, so hopefully looking to add that and the hyper rare Charizard VMAX into the collection as well. But this is at least in the collection. I know a lot of people are chasing this card, and it's one that if you haven't pulled it, it is just a struggle to pull. I mean, I did buy a bunch of Hidden Fates products back in the day before even starting the channel just to even get this, and I actually don't think I pulled it until January of this year, so just a few months beforehand. But this is definitely number 2 on all-time Charizards in my collection. And then the final one, I think that you all could have guessed it, would be the number one thing that I did pull on the channel, which is the base set 2 Charizard that I pulled here. If you look here real quick, there is a little swirl, which I love. I'm trying to figure out where it is. Oh, there it is. It's right there. That swirl right there is gorgeous. But I did pull this out of a base set 2-pack on the channel during the 1,000 week celebration, and this is my all-time favorite Charizard pull, and so thrilled to have that on the channel, just to show you like what I could pull just from Toll and Toad. I think it's Toll and Toad or Troll and Toad, whichever one of those is right. Just getting a couple of their packs off their site, and really, I had these for a couple months before they went up in insane value, and just being able to open that on the channel was definitely one of my favorite things of all time. But these are, like I said, these are the top 3 I have here in my collection. That's why they're in the hard casing versus the others, the Perfect Fit sleeves. But let me know what your thoughts are. Which ones do you think are your favorite out of my collection? Is there ones you want to see me try to chase? There's obviously the hyper rare Charizard and Reshiram that I don't have in the collection, but these are the ones I currently have. But let me know which ones you think I should get or to start chasing. We can start opening up those packs on the channel. But for now, thanks so much everybody for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your Friday and weekend, and tune in Monday. Hopefully we'll be able to show you some Champion's Path on Monday's video. Thanks again, everybody.